How you guys doing? Joshua with Ohio Fish Rescue. Now we are moving oh so fast with these Bellagio tanks, so you guys are going to get videos coming at you with like supersonic speed. Here's Bellagio tanks doing this, Bellagio's doing that. I just gave you guys a stock update on the 58,000 gallon pond, but yesterday I was working my butt off and we have some more work done, so let's go check it out. Alright, so as we pan over, of course we've got the tanks up. Look at this. I told you guys I would give you guys an update on Odin every video or every two. You can see how healthy and how great he is looking now. I am actually going to move him into this 2,500 gallon pond because he is hammering the food. He is doing great. His fins are pretty much all healed up in the back. That's what I was worried about. Sticking him in a new environment with new fish, they will pick on the messed up guy or the small guy or the weak guy. So I didn't want him to go in there with frayed fins and start being picked on, because Arapaima are kind of a frail fish. You put them in there, they are gentle giants, but you put them in there, they start getting picked on, they stress, and they die. Of course, we've got the red Atabapo plates in here. They've got some wonderful colors on them. But let's get back over here. So we got the lighting back on this 550 gallon tank. As you can see, it's got like a wraparound view. This is just being used as quarantine. In here we have the two albino iridescents, lavaca, and there is a fire eel back there. So this is all hooked back up. I went ahead and rescaped Pittsburgh's tank. I went ahead and moved a bunch of these plants from up front here. I moved them back in the back, and then I added a bunch of Amazon swords. I moved some of these Mary Crypt plants to the back to give Pittsburgh some more open room while he is healing. Ever since I took Lavaca out, Pittsburgh has been front and center like he normally is. As you can see, he's coming up to say hello. I have not gotten him to eat yet, but that should be coming here in the next day or so. So hang in there, Pittsburgh. Sorry we put you through that, but we thought it would all work out. Turns out Lavaca was a little bit too nippy. So as soon as the Bellagios are ready, Mr. Pittsburgh's going to enjoy an 1,800 gallon tank. Now this 300 gallon cube will either be for Lavaca or the Abba knife. That would be awesome. So I kind of love this tank now. It is back on our system. I have it pumping in and flowing over. But yeah, we've got plants here on the right side. We've got some wood in the back corner hiding the FX5, and plants there that will grow up and cover that back wall and hide them hideous plugs. But let's go over to the Bellagio tanks. Oh my goodness. Did someone clean them out? Yes, we did. Now I've got lights on this one. We sucked all the sand out, which was Nature's Ocean live sand. Of course, it was dead, but I went ahead, got in here. I repositioned all these corals because these ones right here were away from the overflows by about 2 inches, so I had to get in there and push them back. These things are super, super heavy. So I was able to move them though, but there is no way possible we were getting these things out. They're just too big. They were put in before the top acrylic piece was put on. So I went ahead and I positioned them against the back wall to optimize hiding for the fish and also give them a clear path in front to be able to swim all the way down. So coming outside, I know you guys expressed interest in us saving the sand that was inside of these tanks. Well, I went ahead and did that. I cleaned out the shop vac, I sucked it out, and here we have 3 5-gallon pails full of Nature's Ocean dry sand basically now. But whoever we end up giving this to, they should enjoy it, and they get some free sand out of it, which they could make live. possibly in the future. I don't know, not really a saltwater guy, but it is going to have to be sifted. There's like sunflower seeds and other different types of shells and wood. So it is some expensive sand, but we went ahead and saved that to give back to some of our saltwater buddies who expressed certain interest in it. So I went ahead and did that for them. And now let's go back in here and we can talk about more plans with the Bellagio tank. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut this door so the glare is not messing with you guys. You guys can see down here. Now I have not cleaned these front acrylic panels whatsoever. So there is still, you know, grease and dirt and grime on the front, and these tanks still look spectacular. So you can see I put 3 4-foot lights on this tank. Now I am not happy with it. The color on each end is almost the same, but the color in the middle is a bit off. So we definitely want to buy matching lights for all of this. We just didn't happen to have anything laying around here. So we went ahead and sucked out all the sand out of the bottom. Now this opens up bulkhead 1. And then we have bulkhead number 2 back there. And then if you can look right back there, there's bulkhead number 3. There are 3 bulkheads like this on the bottom of each tank. There are 2.5-inch bulkheads, and then there is 1 2-inch bulkhead. We are going to go ahead, put the bulkheads in here. We are buying brand new because we don't want to deal with no sort of leaks. So I went ahead and ordered them last night. We've got the bulkheads on order. We're going to go ahead and put them in there, and I got the threaded kind. So I can go ahead and thread in, use Teflon tape, thread in caps. And then once that's done, I'm going to go ahead and silicone over it too, so we don't have no chance for a leak on these 3 bottom bulkheads. Because if that goes out, all your water's out of your tank, your fish are dead. I don't personally know why people drill the bottom of tanks. You know, inside of an overflow, I can understand. But, you know, if this ever fails, all your water's gone, your fish are dead, and you've got a huge mess to clean up. So we're going to do our best to cap these. What I would do in this instant would be, you know, drill it on the side or drill it on the back, but leave it, you know, 6 inches up from the bottom. You're not having to worry about, you know, sand getting sucked in, because this was on the bottom, so they were blowing around a lot of sand. And, you know, sand and acrylic are not very friendly with each other. So we will be doing a gravel substrate in here. I will be doing white gravel. So we will have to gravel vac this, but I think it'll look magnificent with all these colors on these corals. I get in there and I'm just amazed at how pretty these artificial corals actually are. And now that we got all the sand off of them, we didn't rinse them off yet, so they will get better. They're still a bit dusty, but we are cleaning these tanks out and moving forward with the project. So having these bulkheads in the bottom of these tanks are only step 1. So once I get them bulkheads in, I can actually fill the tank up. Probably I'd leave it down about 3 inches from the top, so where I can still plumb in the overflows. I can have external filtration on here. I can have fish in the tank if I so wanted to, because, you know, once I have water in it, you know I want fish in the tank. But that gives me some time to go ahead and plumb in these overflows. Now there are 2.5-inch and 1 2-inch hole in the bottom of each overflow. There you go. So there are 3 in each overflow, 2.5 and 1 2-inch. We are going to go ahead and use 1 as a return, 1 as an overflow, and then we're going to cap the rest of them with bulkheads we have here. So that will be done in time. And but first step is getting these bottom bulkheads in, and then we can go ahead and fill these bad boys. I still have to get lighting on this one as well, so this one's just sitting dry. This, all you're seeing it from, is a little 40-watt light bulb, and they still look very, very pretty. But you can see there is a lot of nooks and crannies. even sitting under it, there are still some sand in there. I wasn't able to suck it all out because I couldn't lift the inserts and whatnot. So that definitely sucks, but that's something we're going to have to work with. But you can see in some of these corals, they have these little tiny caves, and they go through. Sometimes they're through the whole coral, and I believe the fish are just going to absolutely love these. Like this little cave right there, I think one of the eels or something in there will love. But look at this guy. Like you can go through left or right, and there's caves under there. That is awesome. And they are all over throughout these corals. And there's a bunch on the backside. There's this one here. You can go up and go through, go down, go through. That is pretty awesome. So we are not sure which tank is going to be the African cichlids and which tank is going to be the community tank. Now, you know what? That brings me back to a question. Some of you guys were asking, I said community. Now, are you talking like smaller community fish, like a giant nano tank? Or are you talking a community of monsters? Well, I am talking community of monsters like this fire eel right here. Oh, look at the color on him. He is gorgeous. Now, I still have to clean my glass, guys. We have been moving. I have not cleaned glass, so don't yell at me for it. I'm sorry, but that is just a beauty. He is about a 2-foot fire eel. Now, we can walk over here. This is the type of community I'm talking about. We are going to up these guys from the 1,000 up to the 1,800. So they're going to go from 10 foot to 20 foot, but they're going to lose a foot of depth, and they will be good to go. But they'll also have another couple inches on the height of the tank. So we're going to have all these fire eels in there, all the silver dollars, the ballast sharks, the tinfoil barbs, kissing gouramis, the red-tailed giant gourami. I might not put this iridescent shark in there. I don't want him to get tore up, and then getting him out will probably be a pain. So I might keep him in this tank. Of course, we're going to have the flagtails in there, parrotfish, the clown loaches. Of course, these little pictus cats, fit filament barbs, messiers, basically all kinds of stuff. And of course, we've got the cigar barbs, but as I find more and more barbs or something like that, we can go ahead and add them in there. I can actually maybe even put these black felt cichlids in there. Who knows? But yeah, it's basically going to be a community monster tank with larger fish, anywhere from 6 to 2 foot long. And then that leaves this 1,000 gallon tank open. And I'll tell you what we're going to use that for here in just a sec. But here is some of the African cichlids that will go in the other one. And of course, these 2 large clown loaches will join all the fish from the 1,000. But you can see here, also that one will go in the community tank. And then this peacock cichlid here, he is just gorgeous. But he will be going into the African cichlid tank. Now this leaves this 1,000 gallon open, ready for fish. So now my plans with that, we are going to go ahead and put in the Para-Eva, all the biters, the clown knife. I'm also going to put in this high shine platinum arrow. Well, it's not truly a platinum, but he is a super high quality high shine. He is definitely worth a pretty penny and looks gorgeous. He should not be in this pond. So he is going to be bumped up to this 1,000 gallon on display with my black arrow. Of course, some Datinoids, Royal Clown Knife, some biters, that marble Achara. I'm also going to put the Journeys back in there with them. I did try them in the 180 and the Para-Eva said absolutely not. Who knows, I might be able to... No, we're going to keep him in the 2,500. I don't want to put the Pima in 1,000 and then move them to the pond and then the second pond. That's not going to happen. I will put the red Etabepo pikes in there. So yeah, basically everyone, and I mean everyone we possibly can give an upgrade to, we most definitely will. That is what we are about here at the Ohio Fish Rescue. These are all these fish you guys see in our videos. are basically our display fish. So we not only rescue fish and find homes for fish, but we are still hobbyists at heart, and we love to give our fish the best home that we possibly can. Whenever we do not have a fish in our collection, of course it will stay with us, because we love to educate the masses. And when someone says, hey, I'm thinking about getting a giant gourami and I have a 75-gallon tank, I can be like, well, if you're not prepared to handle a fish of this size, or even bigger if you want to take a walk out to the monster pond, then I would advise against getting, a fish of this size. We have been doing this for a long time, and we have educated a lot of people, and there's so many people who call us and say, thank you for showing me what I was getting myself into. I'm so glad I didn't buy that iridescent shark, or buy that red-tailed cat. I did not know, and I'm glad there's people like you out here that are willing to educate the masses. And that is exactly what we are here for. And we don't ever want to, show off a fish and say, hey, well, we have this 30-inch arowana and we have them in a 180-gallon tank. We try and practice what we preach, and we try and give the fish the best possible home that we can. So that is why we are upgrading everyone. And some of these guys, will have it better than others. But these Bellagio tanks are coming together, guys. And I just keep coming out here and staring at these things, and I'm like, oh my lordy. So I might actually steal all this white gravel from the 4400. I'll see how much it takes to fill each of the Bellagio tanks, and then I'll just reorder that quantity, because we are still waiting on some products to come in before we can get that gravel in the 4,400 gallon. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick update on the progress as we do things with these Bellagio tanks. Now, I didn't want one to show me inside the tank, 10 minutes of me vacuuming out sand. That is very boring. You guys seen it before, how much of a mess they look. You guys seen it now. It looks way better. The corals are in position. So keep on watching, guys. I think within the next few weeks, these tanks will be up and running. So stay tuned. I hope you guys are enjoying the content, because we love making it for you guys. And I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am, because this is purely awesome. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys want to see more crazy adventures with the Ohio Fish Rescue, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And as always, stay fishy, my friend.